This is a world exclusive with me and Mr. Tony Cox, comedic actor off the chain, been in more movies than I can count. What's that, Bad Santa? We got Me, Myself, and Irene. We got Oz the Wonderful. Return of the Jedi, back in the day, most people don't know about. Just doing your thing. Tony Cox, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, man, just happy to be here, King. Happy to be here.
I appreciate you being here, man. It's a beautiful thing being here with Tony Cox. For one, Tony Cox is a great friend of mine, and I was blessed to have him here on my show today. And just to tell you a few things about Tony Cox before we go into the show, you know, me and Tony Cox, we met about 4 or 5 years ago. I was blessed to do a movie with him, Master P movie. The Giant got the oil wheels, you know. Master P did a movie called The Little Mailman, featuring Tony Cox. And I knew when I was in that movie and I seen Tony Cox, I said, you have arrived, my brother. You have arrived. And we had Master P. It was a big ensemble cast. We had Master P, Eddie Griffin, Tiny Lister, Bruh Man from The Martin Show, Silk the Shocker, Michael Blackson, Scruncho, myself. Comedic cast was wonderful. And Tony, you held that thing down, man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
And we stayed consistent. We was tight. We connected on film, on the set, and stayed friends afterwards, man. What's going on with T. Cox?
Man, I'm just glad to be here with you, man. I appreciate you, you know. I don't really, do shows, man. You know, I'm a very private person. Mm-hmm. But when you call, I said, I'm here, man.
Yeah, because you told me you don't like to do interviews, right?
Nah. I'm just a very private person, just like to be with my family and all. And but when you came calling, man, you know, you're a special brother to me.
I appreciate that,
and
man.
I was happy to do it.
I appreciate that, Tony Cox. Yeah. You've been in the business for how many years?
Oh, man. I think I started out in 1978.
And how many movies you got in the can thus far to date?
About 60, 67,
60
66.
movies, Tony?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Whoa, you didn't roll with the best of the best of them, man.
Hey, I've been around, man, and I thank God each and every day for it.
Yeah, you doing your thing. You've been in quite a few movies that I love. Most of the cast that you've been around, like when you did, you was in a movie with the late Bernie Mac. How was that for you working with Bernie?
Oh, that was great working with Bernie, man. Bernie was a nice guy, very funny, you know. And Bernie got the ways that he does with his eyes, man. And this, it just gets you, man. But I enjoyed working with Bernie. Great guy, great comedian. And I loved him, and I was real sad when that happened, where he passed away.
Yeah, but you had the pleasure of tag teaming with him in a couple of movies.
Yeah.
I seen you guys in Bad Santa, the little kill scene. That was awesome. And we really enjoyed you guys. My favorite movie of all time that I seen you in when I first seen The Birth. That's my opinion. We'll talk about that later in the show, but Fridays with Ice Cube was an ensemble of stars that's legendary now. Yourself, Bernie Mac, Chris Tucker, Ice Cube, all these guys that was in that movie is big major boys now, along with yourself. How was that experience for you?
Oh, man, that was great. I mean, you had all these comedians in the film, and, Ice Cube really put it together, and I was just glad to be a part of it. They gave me this beautiful woman, Miss Parker.
You had Miss
Parker, about 6 foot tall. Boy. She was in the house, and I was happy to see her. That's my girl. And we get together from time to time. And,
How about that? Make it do what it do.
Yeah, well, we play bedwars and stuff, but very beautiful person, man. So Friday was just great. It was like every night you were just having a party, because all the comedians was just going after each other left and right, hitting you up. People were just laughing. It was just a great time.
Oh, it was a comedic ensemble. Which y'all filmed for a couple months?
Nah, we shot that movie quick. I think it was like 6 weeks or something.
6 weeks?
Yeah,
on Friday.
Yeah, on 126 at Normandy.
How about that?
Yes.
Yeah, 126 at Normandy. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you had big Chris Tucker. And how was it working with Chris Tucker?
Man, Chris was just the best. That brother had so much talent, and I was just happy to be working with him, because I had seen him on Def Comedy Jam, and that brother, man, when I saw it, I said, this brother's going places. And Chris, really, man, that movie for him just put him at another level. You know, so yeah, I was just happy to be a part of it.
How about that?
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, man. I don't give a fuck.
Ah, Chris! Chris!
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tell me this, Tony. What was the movie that you would say that made you? What was the one that broke you through?
Oh man, I would have to say Bad Santa.
How
I
about
mean,
that?
even though I had been in other films, you know, like Friday and Me, Myself, and Irene.
I love
but-
Me, Myself, and
Yeah,
Irene.
but thank you. That Bad Santa just put me on another level.
How was that?
You know, after that, I didn't have to read for roles anymore. I stopped myself. It was like, you know, if you don't get it by now, that's it. I mean, I'm not reading for roles, you know. And it just, you know, people recognize me from that. I mean, it just was to another level where, you know, jobs just started coming in.
How about that?
Yeah.
So they just call you for the part. You don't have to go on the read. You just get the script and go in there and make the money.
Right, just go in for a meeting, sit down and talk with them. They want to know if you can do it, or the date's okay with you. Yeah, the dates are fine with me. Let's do it. I said, let's
Get
shoot
your
it.
money.
Let's shoot it.
How was that working with Billy Thornton?
Oh, man, Billy's the best, man. Billy's one of those method actors, you know, and I remember doing a scene, you know, where Billy had urinated on himself, and Billy really wanted to urinate for real. You know, the wardrobe was going crazy. Don't let him do it! Don't let him do it! Don't let him do it! You know, and I'm like, man, I mean, he just, boy, but Billy was real cool, man. He helped me out a lot with that being my first, you know, major role. And we're still friends to this day.
How about that?
Yeah.
He's one of the major stars of Hollywood.
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
he's
on that
deep.
level.
Yeah, he's deep.
Yeah, he had the one with Halle Berry. Was it Monster?
Oh,
He
yeah.
made her pay.
Yeah.
He made her pay.
Yeah. Billy didn't. I'm sure he enjoyed that role.
So I noticed in a lot of your movies that you do, you play a lot of characters in your movies. Where does that come from? Do they ask you to do all these characters? You know, like
I
when you
just
was in
come-
Bad Santa, you did the elf.
Yeah, I just come up with a lot of stuff. I mean, they tell me about the characters, but then, you know, you have to put it together yourself. Like, you know, like a lot of times in the script, I like to ad-lib, man. That's me. That's what makes Tony Cox. And, you know, and lucky for me, directors have given me that opportunity to do that. And so I just take it and go with it. And, you know, I think I know what people love, and I like to make people laugh. You know, as comedians, that's what you like to do.
I love to make 'em laugh.
And yeah, and I just like to make people laugh and make them happy. And so I just do my own thing, and they allow me to do that. And I thank God that they allow me to do that.
You've always been a very authentic type of person. Like when you see Tony Cox in the movies, you've always been, in my opinion, a scene stealer. Meaning when Tony's on the scene, you watching the little guy. You know, you watching Tony. Where does that power come from to give you that origin when you was doing that?
You know, I don't know. I don't try to steal scenes. I remember working with Roger Dangerfield, and the first thing he said, you know, Roger hired me right away, and he said, when he came out on the set, he said, all right, you little fucker, don't you steal my scenes, you know, you little scene stealer, you know. It's okay, man, okay. You know, but...
Oh, they knew what you was there to
Oh,
do.
yeah, but, you know, Rodney was cool, man. He was a nice guy, and you know, we talked, and he said, I know what you've been through, and, you know, by being African-American and stuff, and he said,
Oh,
I
he
know
know
it's-
what you've been
Oh,
through,
yeah,
huh?
and he said, I know it's tough, you know, but, yeah, man, I don't know, I don't be trying to steal it, man. I just do my thing, you know. I just do my part, just act.
How about that? Well, I've seen you in quite a few movies. The one question I wanted to ask you, a lot of people didn't know that you were in the original Return of the Jedi with Harrison Ford, which is a huge name, which was a huge movie.
Yeah.
I know most people may not, they may or they may not, but what did you play in that movie?
Ewok.
How
Yeah,
about
that's
that?
it, yeah.
How about that?
Ewok. I was all covered up.
How about
It was
that?
hot.
How long did you work on Return of the Jedi?
Oh, man. Maybe for about a month and a half, I think.
That's a beautiful thing. That's like one of the major classics of all time. Just
Yeah.
to be a part of that makes you legendary. We always looked at you as a legend. You know, you do know that.
Well,
you know.
I thank you, but I don't consider myself that, man. I just like to make people laugh, and that's
How
what I
about
like
that?
to do, and that's basically it.
I like how the way you like. You have some actors like Jack, the old actor from to play the Joker in Batman.
Oh.
You know, some of the actors they take out periods and they got their different things. But when you work with words, you really break down a word like I want some chicken. Yeah, you always had that skill to drop that in there.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that? Where you get all these little drops? Is it just from like you took all your styles from when you was young and you just brought them to pass?
You know, I really don't know. It's just come out like that. You know, it's just that I look at the script, and when I see something, I just go with it. You know, and you know, it's nothing that I'm trying to do. It's just me. I can't explain it. It's my own style. And, you know, it's funny to me, so I figure it'd be funny to people, you know, and I just do it. As Nike said, do it.
I remember you was in Penitentiary.
Oh, yeah.
Penitentiary 2, I believe.
Penitentiary 2, yeah.
How was that working in that movie? Was that like one of the greatest experiences for you? Because that's a huge movie right there.
Yeah, that was my first big film, you know, back in the day, because back then they didn't make a lot of African American movies. You know, they just didn't. So whenever there was a movie like that being made, everybody was there. I mean, everybody. The lines were so I mean, the lines were so long, but people wanted to come in and audition. You know, and I had seen Penitentiary, the first Penitentiary, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna be in the second one. Didn't know whether they would make one or not, but I loved the movie, and I just wanted to be a part of it. And when I found out they were shooting it, getting ready to shoot it, I told my manager, send in a picture and resume. And he said, but they don't need a little person. I said, send it in. I got a feeling.
Yeah.
And he sent it in, and Jamal Fanaka had me to come in, and you know, he said, man, I don't know. He said, boy, he said, I'm going to use you. I'm going to find something for you to do, and I'm going to use you. And I ended up, you know, he said, look, you're going to be this Don Juan, you know, you're in prison.
Prison scene.
Yeah, you know, we're going to have these women in here, and, you know, it's like you're going to be gambling, you're going to be, you know, trying to get these women because they're going to come in for the boxing match. So you trying to get with one, you know. And so, man, I just did my thing, you know.
Player in the prison scene.
Player.
That's it, man.
Yes, sir.
I enjoy Penitentiary. From my research, I've heard you also not only work with the late Bernie Mac, you've worked with Michael Jackson, haven't you?
The king.
Tell us about Michael Jackson. What did you work with on Michael Jackson?
What was this film I did with Mike? Captain EO.
Captain EO.
Yeah,
How was it working with Mike?
Man, Michael.
Did he touch you?
No. In a good way. Nah, Mike's not like that.
Man, Mike,
yeah. I would never believe that. Mike was the greatest. I love that guy. You know, he was concerned about me being in the costumes, and he always looked out for me. And you know, he used to talk to me all the time, and I said, man, I want to learn how to do that moonwalk, you know. And he said, well, you know, if you want to, he said, you can come to my house, but he said, you know, you have to wait till I come back. He was getting ready to go on tour. And so he gave me his phone number, man. And I remember calling him one time and was shocked that he really gave me his phone number,
so
you know.
Tony Cox, you could call Michael Jackson and speak with him.
Yeah, I did. And then I lost the number.
Lord,
I lost the king number.
Yeah. And you know it.
Yeah, I lost the king, man. But you know, it's just something about him when he walked in that room that first day.
That presence.
The presence, the rehearsal. You couldn't hear a pin fall. And he had his glasses on. He just sit back. And everybody wanted to look. You know, we were looking, but it's like, man, that's Michael Jackson. You know, but that guy, when he got into the part where he had to sing and dance, it's like something took over.
Yeah.
I've never seen nothing like that in my life. And that guy's on
see
another
him do
level.
What he do,
just
come out and spring with it.
Exactly.
And he loved him some little people.
Yeah. Come on, King.
Now, Michael Jackson is incredible to me. He honestly, I would say he's the one that inspired me to be who I am to this day. Today, When I'm on stage, I dance like Michael, I would say. You know, I slide like Michael. You know, if it wasn't for him, a lot of African-American actors, singers, dancers, whatever, for a circle, Michael was the man, you know.
You're exactly right.
I think he left us at an early time, but we all love him. You know?
Yeah, we all do. I know I do. And I'm glad I got a chance to be one of the few to meet him.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, the king.
Thriller, how about that? Well, we are here, the King and Teddy Bear Show. We gonna take a break. Teddy Bear is on vacation right now, you know? You know Teddy. You know Teddy.
Yeah, I know Teddy. I know Teddy.
We'll talk about that later in the show. But we gonna go to the Teddy Cam just to see what Teddy is up to today.
What's up, Teddy? No, I know you didn't turn me like that, huh? I know you didn't do me like that. What? Are you out of your mind? You never should have. Big-ass bastard. What's up? This is Tony Cox, and you watching me on the King and Teddy Bear Show. Dig it?